What is going on, Eagle Nation? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And yes, sir, Steven Nelson is now a Philadelphia Eagle. What a great deal. I mean, I was at the mall copping I got some sneakers. I got some new Eagles gear, some fitted, some dad caps, some Sixers stuff. And I'm like on the way home, like, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought we were finished. Like, this signing is perfect. And I've said multiple times that I'm not trying to argue the point that Steven Nelson is a lockdown corner on the side of Darius Slay. But look what he's done in the 46 starts with the Pittsburgh Steelers on the side of Joe Hayden. Look what he's done. He's done good things. A lot of people will bring up the time when Travis Fulgham cooked him. Okay, he cooked him for that game, but it wasn't just Steven Nelson. And Nelson did have 2 picks or at least an interception in that game. We're going to run a lot of zone, a lot of cover 2, cover 3, and it fits exactly what we need. We're not asking him to go out there and lock up DK Metcalf, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, Scary Terry. We're only asking him to play zone. I don't know why my thing's lagging. And help out. And again, it's a depth move. It's a depth move. Think about this. Zach McPherson, Avonte Maddox, Michael Jacquet as your 3 guys you got to figure out who's going to play on the outside with. If one of them go down, what? If Slay goes down, what? I mean, we don't want no injuries no matter what. But you needed a guy in here who's NFL ready on the outside. We could talk about him being smaller. He's played on the outside. Height matters. You want a prototype 6'1" guy on the outside, 6 foot. But just the experience outside is what you have to gravitate to. Avonte Maddox, he's small, and it's been proven he can't play on the outside in the NFL. I'm telling you, let's look at this article. Maybe that's why I'm lagging. Steven Nelson signed to the Eagles, $4 million. The Eagles have agreed to terms on a 1-year contract with Steven Nelson, finally adding a talented veteran to the roster to pair with Darius Slay. Nelson, who has started 7th NFL season, will make $4 million, according to Jeremy Fowle, essentially winning the bet on himself. It had previously been reported that the Eagles and a handful of the other teams are unsure of meeting Nelson's contract demands. Nelson has started 46 games the last 3 years for the Steelers. He'll immediately upgrade a battered secondary. I couldn't agree more. Shout out to everybody in the chat, though. For real. Shout out to y'all. Make sure you smash that like button. Look, again, let's be honest. Steven Nelson is a qualified CB2. That's what he is. He's a good CB2. He's not going to come down and be a lockdown like an Xavier Howard or somebody would be, but we're not asking him to be. We're asking him to fit in a system with a guy like Jonathan Gannon who knows how to help out DBs. Xavier Rhodes' career looked like it was going to be over. He goes to a friendly system with a DB coach and Jonathan Gannon, and he revives his career. That's what I'm asking out of Steven Nelson. Depth at a position that is a necessity for the Eagles and everybody in the NFL. It's a passing league. Now, whether Zach McPherson steps up and can play some valuable minutes, Michael Jacquet steps up and can play some valuable minutes, that is yet to be seen, but we have a guy who's 28 years old, who's going to have a chip on his shoulder and want to ball out a little bit. Shout out to everybody in the chat, though. Greatly appreciate y'all jumping in here. Like I said, your boy was on the way home from shopping, and I'm like, there's what? I mean, people are blowing me up on Twitter, tagging me, inbox, yo, Mike, where's the live stream? I'm like, I'm in my car. I got a 2-year-old in the back crying. Tears of joy, I should say, for Steven Nelson. Because if you remember, one of my Steven Nelson videos had my little long hair don't care son in it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. June said we ain't getting burnt this year with the new scheme. Exactly. You got the new scheme. You got safety. And listen, I think our safety tandem is going to be underrated. Listen what the Eagles did on the defensive side of the ball. Steven Nelson, Anthony Harris, Eric Wilson, Ryan Kerrigan. We had no money, but we saw the defense was a necessity. Like, we see what we have on offense, the young players, the Jalen Hurts, the Devontae Smiths, the Jalen Reagor, the Miles Sanders, the healthy offensive line. We need defense, so what do? Anthony Harris for Jalen Mills. Ryan Kerrigan added depth at the defensive line position. Eric Wilson, a guy who leaves a little bit to be desired in the run game, but is very versatile against the pass. Like, the Eagles fixed this defense without really investing everything because it's all 1-year deals. Anthony Harris, I'm going to need you to show me. Nelson, show me. Wilson, show me. Kerrigan, you still got it? It's a great position to be in, to go into a year where you have money and you can pick and choose. Nelson, you didn't make the cut. Harris, you made the cut. Wilson, you made the cut. I think Nelson was the perfect addition for what we're going to ask him to do. We're not going to ask him to stop DK Metcalf. Come on now. Big play slate, that's your job. Shout out to Michael Feldler with the $10 super chat. This is great. I can't wait to see what this team does. This adds experience as well and can buy us time to groom the other DBs. And you said it perfect. You said it perfectly. I couldn't say it any better. It gives Zach McPherson, Michael Jaquette, who was an undrafted rookie free agent last year in the COVID season, it gives Zach McPherson a fourth-round pick this year to get their NFL legs under their belt. Avonte Maddox now goes into the slot where we drafted him to play. You got to understand, this is the biggest thing. This is a passing league. We're gonna throw 3 DBs out, 4 DBs out sometimes in a sequence. We gotta have DBs. Steven Nelson, if you had to ask me to put a grade on him as an overall cornerback, I would give him a B-, an 80, 81, maybe even you can go C+ with a 78, 79. But that is more than qualified to be your second corner. There's not many tandems in the league that is 2A+. You don't get an Xavier Howard and a Byron Jones all the time. You know what I mean? The Patriots got Stephon Gilmore, the other one. Who's the other one? You know what I mean? He's probably a C+, B- corner, and that is the tandem you have now. You know what I'm saying? Steven Nelson is going to give us everything we need in a second corner. We need him to be healthy, and he's shown that he can play a multitude of games. He can do it. Shout out to Joshua Stewart with the 199 super sticker. Appreciate it, my guy. Superhero sell Nelson to the Eagles. Whoop, whoop. I'm with it. Papasaurus said, wondering who's going to be slot. I could see McPherson. And that's another thing. Competition. If you had to ask me, I think Avonte Maddox gets the leg up. But let's not be surprised if a guy like Zach McPherson, who is a total question mark, doesn't compete for the job. Taekwon TV, you already know, solid pickup. You know Nelson is going to ball out because he's playing for that big contract since he just signed a 1-year deal. Exactly. And that's the thing. We got a lot of hungry people on this defense. Anthony Harris, 1-year deal, trying to be an Eagle long-term. Eric Wilson trying to be an Eagle long-term. Steven Nelson trying to be an Eagle long-term. You got these guys who have to show what they got on the field to get a second chance, to get their contract. $40 million we spent to get Steven Nelson. Listen, there's nobody in the NFL that can orchestrate a rebuild like the Eagles. Come on. You're talking about a new coach, a new staff, a new starting quarterback, a new number 1 wide receiver, new everything. And we're able, after being negative $50 million. Anthony Harris is an upgrade over Jalen Mills. Eric Wilson is an upgrade over Nathan Gary. Steven Nelson is an upgrade over an undrafted free agent rookie defensive back. I mean, you act like some people think that content creators have been saying, get Steven Nelson because he's a lockdown corner. No, it's get Steven Nelson because we have undrafted free agents, rookies, fourth-round picks, and small guys on the roster. And Steven Nelson is kind of a small guy too. Talk about it, Philly Mike. Bring that truth, my man. Exactly. Listen, go down each team in the NFL and look at the second cornerback for each team. Jalen Ramsey's a lockdown for the Rams. Who's their second one? You know what I mean? Stephen Gilmore, who's the Patriots' second one? Tre'Davious White, who's the Bills' second one? Patrick Peterson, when he was with the Cardinals, who was their second one? And who's the safety? Who's playing in safety? I think our safety tandem is so underrated. Anthony Harris and Ronnie McLeod when he's healthy. So now you got a safety tandem that I think is going to work out great with a CB1 and big play Slay and a guy who can get the job done. And if we were going to play a ton of man coverage, I would be a little bit nervous. Steven Nelson can play man coverage, but you want to feature him in a zone scheme. And that's what we're going to do. I'm trying to tell you guys, like, this is a good pickup. It was a great pickup. Witch King says, apparently Michael Jaquette has the longest wingspan of any cornerback in the last 22 years. If he can be competent, that long wingspan will really help him out. Exactly. His physical attributes are going to give him a leg up on a competition, and I want to see us groom him. Again, we went in and signed a new defensive coordinator, and who is he? A guy who his lifelong career was working with defensive backs, and that has been our biggest letdown in development. You know, Sidney Jones, Rasul Douglas, Eric Rowe, if you want to go that far back. When we draft second, third round defensive backs, they do not develop. And now we got a guy who's going to be calling the defense who keeps in mind, I got to look out for my DBs. I do too. Didn't play that bad when he did. I'm not sure what y'all talking about. Mike Williams said, expect big things from this D-line. Finally, we have a tandem that can get coverage sack. Exactly. And you're asking, look, Steven Nelson just came from the Steelers. He's used to playing zone. He's used to playing wide receivers for only a certain amount of time. And that's how you enhance your cornerback play. Let's be honest. The Philadelphia Eagles, our Super Bowl run didn't have lockdown corners at all, and we got destroyed in the Super Bowl when it comes to our defense. But Ronald Darby and Jalen Mills were our defensive back tandem the year we won the Super Bowl, the year that we had a top 10 defense because of the D-line pressure, got us covered sack, got the cornerbacks playing wide receivers for very small amount of time and making their ability better. Ronald Darby was never nothing special. Either was Jalen Mills, and that was our cornerback tandem in a passing league in 2017 and the 18 season. What's your season prediction now? We still got some unknowns. If you watch my video I put out in the morning, because I did not think there was going to be any news, I talked about the expectations for camp and stuff and the fact that we are not no 3-win team. But this goes to show the Philadelphia Eagles are the best in the league at keeping a team relevant money-wise, spending-wise, while coming up in a retooling era. This is a retool. Whenever you have these two new, it's a retool type. Quarterback, head coach. When your quarterback and head coach are both coming into their first year, really, you know, young as Jalen Hurts is, as young as Nick Sirianni is, this is a retool. But in a retool, we were able to load the deck. And I like what did we do offensively with free agents? Kerryon Johnson. We signed Kerryon Johnson, and we drafted some people. But look what the Eagles did. The Eagles focused on defense in free agency. Where's the wide receiver we got from free agency? Didn't. Where's the offensive lineman we got from free agency really that's going to start? Didn't. You know what I mean? Kerryon Johnson, the only offensive weapon. We signed Richard Rodgers back. This is what the Eagles did. Jalen Mills out, Anthony Harris in. Rookies and undrafted free agents out, Steven Nelson in. Blind man Nathan Gary out, Eric Wilson in. And then let's get a rotational piece for the defensive line in Kerrigan. And this is a rebuild. Johnson was a trade. Kerryon Johnson, I thought we got him. Yeah, we picked him up off waivers. I thought. But listen, Steven Nelson is going to come in and do his job. His job is to be second fiddle to Darius Slay. His job is to play the second best wide receiver on every team to line up in front of. But his job made Avonte Maddox's job easier, made Zach McPherson's career to start easier, made the defensive line job easier. It made everybody's job easier. Now, because we have a guy that we can rely on, I'm not saying lock down, but a guy we could listen. Jonathan Gannon's job would have been a lot harder if he had to worry about CB2. Okay, McPherson's getting cooked. Anthony Harris is getting cooked. You know what? Ronnie McLeod, we're going to roll coverage. Hey, Davion Taylor, TJ Edwards, Alex Singleton, Eric Wilson, whoever's the linebacker mix matching. We're going to roll coverage. You know, float out there and play some zone to help out CB2. Now you can send some extra timely blitzes. You can disguise more because you got a guy that you can rely on. Howie Roseman did a lot of good this offseason. And I don't like to say it because I'm a person who talks. I don't really have much to say about Howie, but the way he executed this draft, he had to know his job was on the line. And I'm not saying by any means keep him because of this. Everybody's on the line. And we got to see, just because Anthony Harris was good or Eric Wilson was good, Eric Wilson is the only player in the NFL to have 3 sacks, 3 interceptions, and 120 plus tackles. The only person. Why? Because this is his first year doing it, and he's not going to offer you much in the run game, stopping the run, but he's a great linebacker to play coverage, and that's where the Eagles need. Anthony Harris is a guy who had 6 picks in the regular season 2 years ago. And Eric Wilson, now you get Steven Nelson. You are supplying this team with the pass protection it needs. Mike Freeman said, I got to give it to Howie. He did a remarkable job this offseason. I think he earned another contract. Now it's time to see if coach and staff has potential. Whew. I got to see how it unfolds first. Shout out to Skull Cut Sue. And if I missaid your name, shout out to you, though, with the $4.99 super chat. I think health and consistency is a win in this move finally. Exactly. You don't just go out and get a guy who's done it, but that's our problem. We sign high risk, high reward guys because they can't stay on the field. This is a guy who always been on the field. And I think part of the reason why we were injured is the old era. I think this new era is going to pay dividends, and I'm talking about the Nick Sirianni era. Howie Roseman has done nothing that you can be mad at this offseason. We could be mad at what he did in the past, and we have to see a continuance of him executing this way. Because let's be honest, we still have a lot of old guys who will be leaving soon. So these next 2 or 3 drafts are going to be crucial to everyone. But listen, you couldn't have asked for better free agent signings on the defensive side. 3 one-year deals. My fault. 4 one-year deals. And most of them are young. Eric Wilson, 20s. Harris, 28. Nelson, 28. The only one who's not is Kerrigan. Hate to say it, but Big Balls Howie has been activated. June said, what up? What up with the center from Alabama? Did he sign? I haven't heard of him signing yet, but don't worry. Listen, Zach Ertz still might not be on the roster. He had to go to camp or he's going to get fined $40K or $50K a day. We still got to wait and see. I don't know where that's going to fall, but now that we got CB2, I don't know. Howie's grade for this offseason is a B+. I'm with it, the process. Kyler said he made this team somewhat competent. Exactly. Listen, when you go through this so-called rebuild with starting all over from your head coach, not really retaining anybody in the coaching staff, going out and starting your second-round rookie, 4-game sophomore rookie guy. He's still a rookie to me. Jalen Hurts is still a rookie is what I'm trying to say. They're still unknowns, but Howie Roseman is giving this team every advantage to try to succeed. That's what he's doing. He's given every advantage for this team to try to succeed. He's like, look, I want to know what Jalen Hurts is. I'm going to give him the best opportunity to succeed. We'll go ahead and draft a second-round pick, offensive lineman who was a first-round talent if he can stay healthy. We go get him a number 1 wide receiver. We signed some running backs off the waiver. You know what I mean? We let this offensive line get healthy. We go out and get him secondary help, safety help, linebacker help. The free agent money was spent on the defense. Let's go. Michael said this division is ours to lose. Hashtag fly Eagles fly. I wish I was on OBS. I could put the Eagles chant up. No more excuses for small play, Slay. I don't believe it. I think Darius Slay had a solid season. He got cooked by some good wide receivers, and he was put in ugly schemes a multitude of times. Darius Slay said it was hard to play this scheme without really coming down on Jim Schwartz because he's his coach. I'm trying to tell you, man, Darius Slay is going to play at a A- level, and we're going to get B- level play from Steven Nelson, which is going to enhance the D-line, enhance the linebacking core. I'm telling you, this defense is going to fit nicely together. It's going to fit nicely. Listen, shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's see if we can get this over 150, 200 likes. Greatly appreciated. Like I said, I would have came on live ASAP Rocky, but your boys at the mall copped the Eagles hat, copped a fresh pair of Jordans, copped a snapback hat of a fresh snapback Eagles hat. I'm on the way home from the Lehigh Valley Mall, and my Twitter's going crazy. Follow your boy on Twitter. I'm getting mentions. They're atting me in my inbox talking about where's the Philly Mike live. Let's go, though. I kind of want to lose to get better draft picks, but I want to see my team win too. Yeah, it's a very hard situation, but here's the thing. When the Eagles come out the tunnel on Sunday, all I could think about is winning. That's all I could think about. I understand that when you really want to build this thing right, you want to get the best picks. But listen, we're going to have money next year, and free agents are attracted to good-looking teams. And when I say good-looking teams, I mean teams that never find themselves in a loser mentality. So we're going to win. Hopefully the Colts don't win that much. Hopefully the Dolphins don't win that much. I mean, the Dolphins can find themselves in a bad situation if Tua Tagovailoa is not who we think he is. And I don't know. Shout out to LB. He's the one who always says it. The guy threw one pass over 35 yards. Listen, we got 213 in here. Come on. Steven Nelson. If you are excited for Steven Nelson and you support your boy, hit the like button. It's free. It's easy. It don't cost a thing. My guy Skull. So we got 216 in here and we got 60 likes. Put some respect. Troy said, I believe we have the best pair of DBs in our division. Whew. I definitely think we have a better pair than the Cowboys. Washington is tough. I think we can maybe say we have better because I think Washington's one DB is good, but I'm not sure about the other one. But I got to say right now, James Bradbury is a step higher. Well, off of last year's game play. James Bradbury's a little bit higher than Slay going into the season. I don't think it's going to continue. I think Slay gets his name back. But I would have to say, I don't know how Adoree Jackson's going to do, but the Giants have a good pair too. But we're right there with him. We're right behind him. Shout out to my guy, Bird Gang 31 with the $4.99 super chat. Bird's going 13-5 this season, my guy. Big Corey Simon on my show at 7. Come with the questions for him. It should be epic. I'm going to come check that out. Definitely go check out my guy, Bird Gang 31. Shout out to Wins for Chronic. Said we got a $113. I'll take it. Slasher said Slay over Bradbury. I think by the end of the season, Slay will be better than Bradbury. But if I'm going off last year's stats, James Bradbury was in as a top 10 corner last year. I'm calling it now. Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl. I love the optimism. I shine in the building. What's going on with you, my guy? Monroe, what's up? Philly Mike, yes, yes, yes. Slay over Ronald Darby all day, every day. All day, every day. Texas Boy said, do you see Dickerson or Sam Malu take over at center after Kelsey retires? I mean, the original plan was Sam Malu to take over, but it looks like Dickerson is definitely that guy who can play guard or center. So that is definitely the future of the Philadelphia Eagles. One of them two. iShine said, finally got a reputable cornerback too. Yes. Yes, sir. Wrong one more. Channel member. Great 1-2 punch. Exactly. Listen, let me ask y'all this. All right, look. I want to know what y'all think. All right. 1 to 10. What do you rate Steven Nelson's play? So 10 being the best, 8 being pretty good. Like an 8 is like a B. 7 is starting to be that C-ish. 6 is like a D. 5 is like, yeah, or whatever. 1 through 10, I want to see in the chat, what do you rate Steven Nelson's play? And think about this system and think about him being second fiddle to Darius Slay. We got a couple 8s, 8.5s. Philly 52 channel member in the building with the 7-piece. 7.5, 8, 8.5. Eric Gallagher, another channel member. Shout out to the members. Listen, hit that like button if you're just getting in here. Tiffany with the 8, 7.9. 7.9 says Lamont. He coming with that correct stat. A couple 7s. KO Fozzie said 7. And listen, 7, if you're going to rate him even a 7 for your second defensive back is good. Nina coming in with the 8.5. Didn't have a great last year, but he's solid. I'm with it. Michael with a 9. Benjamin with a 7. Papasaurus says, I want to say what's great about the Nelson signing is next year we draft a guy like Elam or Stingley and keep slaying, resign Nelson. Ooh-wee! Can move Nelson into the slot and have an elite secondary. I'm with it. Chris with the 8. Kyler with the 8. Nautica with the 8. Listen, Bark Nasty said, come on now. I'm first one to gas my bias, but you know you're lying to yourself. You don't say Giants have the best DB overall in the division as a rival. Enjoy the channel. Hey, if you just got in here, you heard me say that you guys probably are the one I would put ahead. I got to see how Adoree Jackson does, though. Listen, the dude's a first-round talent, top 5 pick, but he has not lived up to it. Right now, James Bradbury, though, going into this season, off of 2020, James Bradbury has a leg up on Slay. I don't know if it's going to continue that way because now Slay's in a system where he belongs in, a cover 2, cover 3 system. Big play Slay, he can play the ball. But right now, I do got to give it to you guys. Lee Washington with the 8+. What's good, Vic? 3 in the building, channel member. Shout out to you. I've been catching you on some channels, my guy. So listen, for the majority, I see that you guys gave him a 7 to 8 on a scale of 1 to 10. And that is exactly. See, people love to say Eagle fans are biased and go wild and we are delusional. Let me just say this. If the Cowboys, the Giants, or the Washington football team would have signed Steven Nelson, they would have been claiming 9.5, 10. 10. You know what I mean? And if you do think he's 9, I ain't mad at it. But see, we keep it a buck, and I think he's a solid 7 or 8. Solid 7 or 8. And then again, he's a 7 or 8 going into the season. If this D-line's top 5, him and Slay raise. If Anthony Harris and Ronnie McLeod play great, the DB's raise. when your supporting cast plays good, if we can inch inside the top 5 overall against the run and in sacks with the monster of our defense, the D-line, well, then that makes the defensive backs play better. If the linebackers play better, that's going to help them. I'm trying to tell you, though, I think one thing that people ain't talking about is our safety tandem. Ronnie McLeod gets healthy, and you got Harrison and them. I'm going to love it. People are still hitting me up on Twitter. People are still hitting me up on Twitter about Steven Nelson. Bro, if you have post notifications on, you know I'm here talking about it. iShine101 said, hit that like button, y'all. You already know. Philly fan NSD said, big play slaying Steven Nelson will pulverize the stinking Giants and the Cowgirls offense. Fly, Eagles, fly. I'm with it. Benjamin said we should at least be top 6. I think that's what you tried to say. Michael, what's going on with you, my guy? Ethan, I see you in the building. Joshua said, hey, Mike, what about the LSU player we just drafted? Throw him in the mix. Yeah. Jacoby Stevenson, the 7th-round pick. We'll see what he can offer as a hybrid linebacker, safety type player. Vic 3 said the Nelson sign is solid signing. The NFC East projections have shifted to green. Listen, I want to see where the temperature's at right now. Temperature check in the room. Steven Nelson signing. Let me know your record predictions. Just give me your absolute honest feeling. If you still think we're going to win 4 or 5 games, let me know. If you think it puts us at the 7 or 8, let me know. If you think it puts us to double digits, let me know. I want a temperature check. DeJounte Dupree in the building. What's going on with you? Skull said, I'm a strong believer in the D-line makes DB shine. Pick City. I'm with it. Name Brand said Devonta would have told us don't draft Stingley. I hear you. Dang, that junk coming quick now. Tiffany said our division's offensive line might be the best of all. And I think when healthy, we have the best. But that was our worst position last year. Just very unfortunate. Exactly. We got to stay. The best thing the Eagles can have come to them is a boatload of health. With a Steven Nelson signing, Anthony Harris. But yes, the O-line. Let's look at this. We got some 8-8s, 10-7s, 9-8s, 10-7, 7-10, 17, 11-6, 10-7, 10-7, 7-10, 11-7. Double digits for sure, says Devontae. 11-6, 7 wins at the most. Nina says 11-6. James 10-7. Row one more with the 10-7. So I think. And a lot of you guys I saw around at 8-9, so you got us winning a couple more games with this tandem. Troy said, I'm worried about the Cowgirls I can't even talk today. I didn't bring the water up either. I'm worried about the Cowgirls or Giants or Washington Nomains. I'm not worried about them. That's what I'm talking about. Let them know. Let them know. So I see a lot of 8 wins, a lot of 10 wins, a lot of 9 wins. Shout out to y'all. Mir Slat in the building. Said Nelson is a Robin to Slade being the Batman. That's good enough for me. Let's go. Fly, Eagles. Fly. Katie Jones, shout out to you. 209 watch and hit that like button. Listen, do your boy a favor. It's free. And you know what else is free? Well, it's not free. It cost the Eagles 1 year, $4 million. But Steven Nelson. How many Cowboy fans, Giant fans, Washington fans said, why the Eagles keep talking about Steven Nelson? He ain't going there. He wasn't coming here? Yes, he is. We knew it. My guy, Philly 52 with the 13-4. I love it. June says Jones will definitely mess up this year. Big time. Oh, Jones is trash. We're talking about Daniel Jones? We're talking about 11 touchdowns and 10 interceptions? Really? That's what we're talking about? Ugh. Only $4 million. 10-7. I'm liking it. Listen, your boy I said today that the Eagles will win between 6 and 9 games. I said that in my video earlier today. Time to bump it up. It's time to bump it up. Trash Can Jones, I'm with it. Gianna says 10 wins. I'm with it. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Katie Jones still telling you to hit that like button. It's free, peoples. It's free. 3 more likes. Where we at? Where we at with the likes? We're going to go a little bit longer. We're right around 36 minutes. I got to start giving some wrenches out again, yo. It's been a while since I gave any wrenches out. 149 likes. Trump said 7 and 10. Eagles will win 10 games. Jones can't skip a... Name Brand said secondary Slay McLeod, Harris, Nelson. Not bad at all. Exactly. Listen, shout out to everybody who's just getting in here. Hit that like button. But look, listen to this defense. We upgraded an already stacked defensive line. We switched out Nathan Gary for Eric Wilson. We switched out Jalen Mills for Anthony Harris. And then we didn't lose any. Well, we lost Crevion LeBlanc, but he hasn't been healthy and hasn't been playing anyways. But we get we get a CB2 that is actually a guy who played CB2 in the NFL. Avonte Maddox was drafted to be in the slot. Jaquette was an undrafted rookie free agent. McPherson's a 4th-round pick. Steven Nelson is a guy who has a chip on his shoulder and will play. Do you think he wants a contract? It's a 1 year, $4 million. He want that paper. The process says if you haven't hit that like button yet, what is you doing? Shout out to my guy, The Process. Appreciate you for coming through. Shout out to Barry, Bird Gang Mafia, new channel member. Didn't even know. Said defense will win a couple tight games this season. Exactly. Look, Jalen Hurts has to be better in the second half. Jalen Hurts has to be better in the second half. You know what I mean? But now that we have a defense who we can actually rely on, I'm trying to tell you guys, I'm gonna hand out some wrenches. I can't do it on StreamYard. I can only see when I go live on OBS, it's easier. Remember, I gotta see your name often. Like I gotta know who you are because I can't have you doing anything crazy with the wrenches. But the people who be in here all the time, listen, the best way to get the wrench is just turn post notifications on. Notification gang always get wrenches. You know what I mean? Matthew said, get this man a wrench. Let's go. Let's go. Philly said, we need Jake Ramsey and Richard Sherman. What do you mean? We can't get them all. Matthew said Hurts is going to be good. Big facts. Big facts. Nah, for real, though. Like and subscribe. I'm with it. I'm with it. So, look, at the end of the day, the Eagles' defense gets immensely better. And when I say immensely better, and it's not me trying to overhype the play of Steven Nelson. It's the fact that you got him playing the right position he needs to be. He needs to be in a cover 2, cover 3 scheme. Check. He needs to have a solid CB1 on his right. Check. He has to have a nice pass rush. Check. He has to have a defense that is going to disguise, send corner blitzes, send stunts, dropping linebackers back. Check. Steven Nelson is in the right situation. Listen, if we were going to come out the gate and play a lot of press man, I would say Steven Nelson is a no name. Steven Nelson offers you more than the unknown we have at CB2, but he's not the ideal fit in a press man scheme. We're not doing that. We're playing right up his alley. Right up his alley. Guess who had more sacks than the Steelers? I think. I don't know. I know we were third. I don't know where the Steelers were. You know what I mean? So I don't want to say it because I'm not sure. But us being third, there was only two better. Name Brand said Slay won't be here long term. Need youth, young talent around him to learn facts. And I'm not giving up on the likes of a Zach McPherson and a Michael Jaquette, but now they have time to sit and grow their NFL legs. NFL legs. Matthew said, hot take, Miles hitting 1,400 yards this season. I'm with it. I think the run game is going to be such a staple of this offense. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. King Diego in the building said, hey, Mike, does Kevon Wallace start until McLeod come back? He has to. Has to. Andrew Adams, a guy who has been a role player, play some special teams, on a Super Bowl winning team, got that experience. Marcus Epps, he led our team in interceptions last year. Kevon Wallace will take snaps until Ronnie McLeod is good. I did hear some rumblings that he could be ready by the start of the season, though. Colin, what's going on with you? I bet Nelson been in Philly the whole time. My man's been in here. He been ready. Tiffany said, last time I remember we sent a linebacker back and lost us the game to Chase Claypool. Man, Nathan Gary on Chase Claypool. That was trash. Now let's get rid of Derek Barnett ASAP. Man, listen, he let him get one more year in the system. We'll see. James said, I love the fact that we are underestimated. That's when we put that, we put that cap on. We put that no one likes us, we don't care cap on. Victory says, Kevon Wallace will surprise many, but it's something I expect him to do. Hey, shout out to Victory. This guy has been on Kevon Wallace since he's been here. Emir said, we should have kept Cravion LeBlanc. Listen, I love Cravion LeBlanc's swag, the style of play, but he's always injured. Hey, I wish him the best over there on the Miami. Mike, how do I become a member? Normally, I put it in the description. I was so quick to get on this live, I did not even put it in the description. I will put it in the description after this video. When the video's over, come back 10 minutes later, it will be there. Join the channel membership. Join the family. Get the extra perks. Josh Sweat played less than 40% and still outperformed Barnett. Yeah, and I expect big things from Josh Sweat. But how, and this is what I started thinking about after that video I made. How certain are we that Josh Sweat's knee can hold up? Now, I know Josh Sweat came on and told Jeff Mosier to shut your mouth. My knee is perfectly fine. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, look, at the end of the day, he's on a fifth-year extension. A fifth year, yeah. So Derek Barnett's going to have no choice but to ball out for the Eagles to possibly resign him, which I doubt. But more than anything, another team to go ahead and give him a contract. Barnett helped us win a Super Bowl. He was in the sack fumble to seal the game. I remember that. 82 bucks says, I listen to you while doing my online classes. Shout out to you, my guy. Make sure you get them grades up, though. You know what I mean? I got kids. You know what I mean? That's what I'm preaching to them. You know what I mean? They got to support me when I'm old and homeless. It's like, nah, I'm just kidding. Barry said, I want to believe in Kevon. I want to believe that Kevon will ball out and McLeod won't get his job. Listen, if Kevon balls out and McLeod don't get his job back, that is a very good thing. That is not to say that McLeod is not good. That is to say that Kevon Wallace in year 2 took a step in a defensive scheme that had Steven Nelson, Big Play Slay, Anthony Harris, and Kevon Wallace. And now you can play some 3 safety looks with Ronnie McLeod because you would transition him to be going out because he's the older guy. That would be a dream come true scenario. Dream come true. Name brand said Barnett best play was falling on the ball in the Super Bowl. Hey, part of the way we won it, though. Shout out to my guy, Prime Time Steven Joyce, with the $5 super chat. And he's a member of the Philly Talk podcast channel memberships. Top tier defense this year. I agree. And again, I know people on Twitter already saying the Eagles really think Steven Nelson is a lockdown. No, that's when your football knowledge should be just revoked. If you don't understand that a quality DB2, a 7 or 8 on the Richter scale, coming in to play second fiddle where you already had a tough D-line, a tough secondary besides that spot. Because if you look at Big Play Slay, and then I'm telling you, our safety duo is underrated. It's a marriage that was meant to be. He said, I'm sitting pretty at an A right now, about to finish strong. Shout out to $82, getting them grades. I'm with it, my guy. Marianne, Marine, I could never say. Marine Gannon can blitz and not have to worry about looking over his shoulders. Exactly. Listen, for everybody who wants to blitz, you do know when you blitz an extra guy, that's a guy in coverage that's not going to be there no more. So we talked about Jim Schwartz not giving no help. Blitzing takes away from help. But when you have quality play and disguise blitz called, it works. It works. What have Jim Schwartz been up to? He's with Tennessee, I think, right? If Kavan and Jalen end up being a future of this team, doesn't that draft make Howie look better? If it does. Listen, in the next year, Howie Roseman can go to get out of Philly. Listen, hold on. If Devontae Smith wins offensive rookie of the year, right? Landon Dickerson is healthy. Kavon Wallace plays big. Jalen Hurts balls out. While we got extra picks for 2022, Howie Roseman will inch his way back into. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, it's not that I hate. I don't just hate Howie Roseman to hate on him. He's given me reasons to hate him. And if he gives me reasons to say, hey, you deserve to be around in some sort of capacity, well, then that's great. But I need the reasons. I need him to give me the reasons. Hold on, someone's texting. People are still hitting me up on Twitter. People are still hitting me up on Twitter talking about, yo. That's crazy. Shout out to everybody in the chat. James says, do you think there will be a surprise move for... Nah. The only thing that could happen else is we're going to eventually find a way to sign Landon Dickerson, and we can possibly move Zach Ertz. Listen, Zach Ertz reported to camp because he was going to get fined thousands of dollars if he didn't. That doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be in Philly. Would I accept it in Philly? Of course. He's a Hall of Fame tight end. We got it. He's going to play second fiddle to Dallas Goedert, though. And we'll see where else we can go. But that's the only move I expect now, if any. JJ said, I think Mulata wins a starting job. He might. Do you live in Philly? Nah, I live right outside of Philly. I live in Pennsylvania. I live in the ABE, Allentown, Easton, Bethlehem, Lehigh Valley. If I put the link in my GPS, it will say 1 hour. I'm like exactly 1 hour away from the link. But if it's Philly Mike driving, 45 minutes. If Sanders don't go off this year, I looked into trade for a dog at running back, McCaffrey, Aaron Jones. Listen, Miles Sanders is in a contract year as well. You know what I mean? He's in a contract year. I think he has all the tools to be successful. He just needs the opportunity. He needs the opportunity. And I think he can. I think he can ball out. He's going to get over 1,000 yards. Asset Kavan, Jalen Smith, Travis Quez, big play, and now Steven, add Fletch, Brandon Miles, and bruh, I see a juggernaut. I'm loving it. Skull Crew said, what did Skull Crew said? Yo, I'm from Houston, but I'm an Eagles fan. Am I accepted? All day, every day. Bird Gang Nation is accepting applications. Always. Always. Let's get it. I live outside of Harrisburg. Shout out to you. AB represent. Yes, sir. Philly 52. I'm with it. Zach said waiver wires. Dude's crazy. I don't know what that means. Listen, let's see how many likes we got. Let's see if we can get to 200 likes. Let's get this to 200 likes. We've been on here for 51 minutes. 177. 177 likes. We accept my guy. Let's go. Miles not getting paid. I think they're going to let him walk and lean on Gainwell because Gainwell doesn't have a lot of tread. He only played 1 year. Listen, yes, the new age, the new era is you do not really get the second contract if you're a running back unless you're putting up Zeke numbers before he got it. Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey. And I'm not saying Miles Sanders can put up them numbers, but I do believe he can put up numbers if given the opportunity. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does. He would have to really bowl out and take yeah, it's hard. It's hard to say. I live in Dallas. I live in Delaware, but you know the D reps Eagles. I'm with it to process all day. And listen, the ABE, like I said, Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton, right outside Philly, you know, an hour away. We're going to be at some link. We're going to be at some games. And listen, turn post notifications. Listen, if you're watching this on a phone, a tablet, whatever, that little bell by the subscribe button, click it. We drop videos every single day almost. We put videos in the videos. We pull it all. We do live play-by-plays with the score and everything. We keep it funky over here. Eagles, Sixers. Philly Dilly, fam, you already know. Ants play. All right, let's see what all right. Don't compare Zeke having one bad year to the guy Gurley and Melvin Gordon. I didn't do that. Maybe somebody in the chat did it. Jadis, what up with you, my guy? Paul said Deshaun Watson officially cleared to play here. He in Philly by Friday. Stop it. That's not happening. DeJounte Debris said, can our defense please get some dang turnovers? Yes. Turnovers are coming. Anthony Harris, he's going to create. Big play Slay in a cover 2-3 scheme, create. Nelson in the same scheme, creating. Let's go. King Diego said, who starts at the X, Fulgham or Smith? Smith. Listen, your prototype X receiver, you want him to be big and strong, but you just need a guy who can win. Look at what Stephon Diggs did. Stephon Diggs is 6 foot. Stephon Diggs is the exact same height of one Devonta Smith, right? Now he does have a little bit more weight, and Stephon Diggs is not your everyday X. But if you can win on the boundary side, to be an X receiver is can you win your one-on-ones, and do you got solid hands? Do you got solid hands? Can you catch through content? That is what you really need. I think you're going to see when Fulgham does come in. Again, let's say our lineup is, it depends. It depends. I think Fulgham should crack the starting lineup, but I'm not 100% sure if he can. And if he doesn't, then you got to watch and see. I think you can flip-flop them. Again, Smith can play the Z. Nate Satisfield said, when is BBB coming back? We about to be back soon. Let me see what the Giants guy got to say. Bark Nasty 21 said, rival fans are going to talk stuff when you're gassing up a Nelson signing. It's a decent signing, but you already got 2 top 10 defenses in your defense that add pieces too. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, my guy. The defensive line is there. The defensive line is there. The secondary is more than adequate, especially if you're looking at our safety tandem. Our safety tandem is underrated. Anthony Harris was, when he was a free agent, he was a top 20 free agent out there. Top 15 probably. I forgot. I did a video. I said something. The Eagles with no cap really did the whoop-de-whoop. I'm trying to tell you, look, you heard it here first. The Eagles defense is going to be, it's going to be first of all, our defense was like in the 20s last year. We will be in the top half, meaning we will be under 15. We will be in the top 15. And you might say, ew, that's not that great. I'm not going to call top 10 yet. But when your D-line plays like this, you got a guy who fits the scheme in Slay and Nelson. You got quality tandem at the safety position. Linebackers, whether you like it or not, the amount of youth and guys like TJ Edwards and Alex Singleton are going to be able to put some nice product on the field. Eric Wilson is the only player in the NFL to have 120 plus tackles with 3 interceptions and 3 sacks. That just shows Eric Wilson is versatile. He can play the pass. He's going to get help in the run because of the system. Isaiah in the building. We're going to have a top 10 defense just by adding Nelson. I'm with it. I said be top half, but I'll go with that if you want to go with that. Katie Jones said, yes, 201 likes. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the MVPs in the champ. The MVPs in the chat. Y'all the real MVPs, for real, for real. Todd said, have Smith and Rager rotate from the slot to the outside and keep Fulgham at the X. I'm with it. But you got to see where Greg Ward comes in, Quez Watkins comes in, rotating Kenneth Gainwell from the backfield to the slot and maybe 5 receiver sets. I'm trying to tell you, weapons. Listen, the Eagles season is really coming down to 2 things. Nick Sirianni, ability to put on the field what he says he's going to put on the field, and Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts. Let me hear you say it. Jalen Hurts. It's coming down to that. And if they can be consistent, you're going to have a defense that can help you out. You're going to have an offense that has talent to the left and to the right. And I just mixed it up. I mean, to the left and to the right. You might have 2 top tight ends. Listen, Jalen's in a good spot. Are the Eagles a lock week 1? Listen, the Eagles always have trouble in Atlanta, so I wouldn't call it a lock, but I'm picking the Eagles. I want to see what the spread looks like now that we changed everything up. Eagles defense, top 10 to 15. That's where I got them. All we need is Watson. Philly 52. You had to come in and say that, right? Name brand said the NFL is really just the top 10 to 14 teams battling it out any given Sunday. Exactly. It's not like basketball. See, in basketball, the better team normally always wins for the simple fact it's a series. Same with baseball and hockey. But you just got to be better that Sunday. Victory in the building. Milton Williams is a player to watch. Exactly. Look at that D tackle rotation. Fletch, Hargrave. Who's the first one up after them? Is it Milton Williams or is it Hassan Hargrave? It's going to be interesting. Spoke E said, I'm going top 10 with the defense. We need to put Smith at the X, Fulgham at the second, and Rager in the slot. Hey, listen, I love the versatility that our wide receiver group is going to have to flip in and out. Katie Jones says, don't forget to not only hit that like button, but to keep commenting, share, subscribe to the channel. We drop Sixers and Eagles content all day, every day. And says, top 5 defense this year. I'm setting the bar high for our guys. Listen, I'm with the smoke. I want the smoke. And listen to this. Perfect timing. On Monday at 7 o'clock, I will be going live with a Cowboys content creator named J Tuck. He runs the Cowboys Fans Only channel. The Cowboy Fans Only channel, and he's coming on my channel. Well, we'll be live on both. We'll be live in Cowboys territory and Eagle territory. And he's coming on. And I want to smoke. I want to hear what he got to say now, because he was one to say that we weren't going to sign a CB2. I don't need it. Hey, you can run, but you can't hide. And I'm tired of the Cowboys looking at the paper roster and saying, ooh, we win it on paper. You don't win football games on paper. Football games are won on Sunday. I don't know what my kids are doing downstairs with my internet. Turn post notifications on. I don't know why, but when I go live on OBS, it's perfect. I go live on StreamYard, it's trash. I will be live tomorrow, 7 o'clock Eastern, with a Cowboy content creator. I want all the smoke. I want all the smoke. Shout out to everybody in the building. Nate said the Eagles are +4. Oh, take that. Take that. Anton said, oh, man. Listen, hit the bell. Ding, 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 ding. That when I go live, it will say, it will come in like ESPN. You'll get a, listen, you know what I mean? What's more annoying? Your significant other texting you, or you getting a text saying Philly Mike is live? You know what I mean? Probably me. I'm here to see some arguments then. You already know. When was the last time the Eagles beat us twice in the season? When was the last time you won more than one playoff game? Not 504 fresh in the building. It's been a long time. Philly Mike, you killing the content game. Keep it going. Hey, shout out to you. Listen, I only killing it because of guys like you, guys and gals like you who represent, who rock hard for Eagle Nation and your boy Philly Mike. You know what I mean? Y'all the real MVPs. Eagles money line is +170. Take it. Nate, put $20 on it right now. And if we lose, I'll reimburse you $20. You heard? Put $20 on it right now. I can't do it to everybody. But see, I do spur the moment stuff like that. Put $20 on it right now. And if you lose, I'll cash app you 20. You can't lose. When you win, spend it on something nice. Alex Rose said, what's next? I don't really know if there's anything going to be next after this. I want to hear no I don't want to hear no Cowboy fans. Nah, but it's going to be one-on-one. Mano y mano. More likes than people watching. Philly Mike, let's go. Yeah, because the people who said, you know what? We ain't really talking about Steven Nelson as much anymore. Let me head out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy Phil, Legitimate Eagles Network, a new Eagles content creator coming, channel member. This is my guy, Texas Eagle. Appreciate you for tuning in. Let's go. Taylor said, honestly, bro, I love my Eagles, but I have my expectations low this season. I just want to see if we have a quarterback. Yes, listen, the biggest what if is if we have a quarterback that's going to be able to sustain the long term. Here's my whole spiel on that. I've seen everything I need to see from Jalen Hurts when it comes to off-field mentality, leadership, intangibles. I got to see it translate on the field. I saw upside last year that you can't deny, but I've seen rookie mistakes, not being consistent, making the wrong play once or twice, one or two times too many in the Cowboys and Washington game. But it's nothing I wouldn't expect from a rookie, especially when the coach and the players around you are at an all-time low. 14 different combinations on the offensive line, a coach who can't call a play and gets fired. So I'm giving Jalen the benefit of the doubt, and I've seen upside. I believe that he has some things he got to work on, but with a guy who has these intangibles, with a quarterback coach that really understands his game, I really do believe Jalen Hurts is going to take the step. I was watching another podcast, and they said Eagles are front runners for Deshaun Watson. That is true. We are. But here's the thing. I don't think Deshaun Watson is going to, listen, he's reporting to practice. But once he reports to practice, the NFL will suspend him or put him on the exempt list. He's going to get put on there. So the Eagles have the perfect opportunity. Let's see what Jalen Hurts does. And he doesn't do it, then we have the picks to either draft a quarterback or go get Watson. If he's clear. I don't want no guy. I don't want him if he did that stuff. Watson is a possible next year signing, not this year. But listen, Steven Nelson automatically upgrades this defense in ways that if you don't understand it, well, then you're not a football. You don't know football. If you look at the Steven Nelson signing and say, yeah, you don't know football. And I'm not saying he in his own right is top notch, but once you get that money-wise, age, scheme, talent, and what's around them, what was the biggest need for the Eagles? CB2. What kind of CB2 do we need? A guy who plays a lot of zone. I mean, it just fits like a glove. And we're going to see. And said we all know he's not going to have an MVP season, but I believe heavily that we will have a good season. Exactly. Listen, Nick Sirianni's going to run the ball, the play action, the RPO. A lot of things are going to fall right into what Jalen Hurts can do great. Ultimate says my Saints will be garbage. Hopefully we tank for the NC or Oklahoma quarterback. I don't know. The Saints have a lot of round suspect quarterback play, though. Eminem says that's not accurate, Mike. Not necessarily for Watson to the Eagles. The NFL is waiting on an official development from the civil case in Texas. Yeah, but listen, the NFL is not going to let him play with that stuff lurking around. Too many people will come down on him. We just hit over an hour. Listen, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We got 12K in the building. Now we got 12,000 subscribers. Appreciate you. Shout out to my guy, Bearded Jabaro Gaming. Shout out to my guy with the $2 super chat. 10 plus dubs, easy. I'm with it. I don't know if I can go 10. I like our chances to get close to 10, high 8, 9, 10-ish. I'm with it. Samuel said the offense might be one of the fastest in the NFL. Exactly. Miles, Rager, Watkins. I almost said Watson. Even Hurts, the RPO. I'm trying to tell you, though. But look, subscribe to the channel. Turn on post notifications. Early in the morning around 11:30, I dropped my expectations for training camp video. Listen, we go live some days. We do videos some days. We do giveaways. We do play-by-plays. We do it all on the channel. And we will be giving away a Devonta Smith jersey. Stay tuned. But the way to get the jerseys, turn on post notifications. I'm about to get up out of here, though. Shout out to my guy, Lindy Enzo in the building. What up, Mike? It finally happened. Steven is here. Facts. With that being said, I appreciate all you guys and gals. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and we're going to be dropping content tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. And Sixer stuff too, especially when we sign Damian Lillard or Bradley Beal. Until next time, y'all know what time it is. We out. Peace.